Hello everyone, welcome back to India Business Insights. Today we will look at an issue which is flying under the radar for too long. The deforestation's linked to cultivation of rubber for the tire and rubber industry as well as for the other large commercial crops. With rubber plantations rapidly expanding in tropical regions, this environmental issue has come under the spotlight, especially with new laws being introduced in the EU and India. From the forests of Southeast Asia to the regulatory changes happening in Europe and India, we will break down how rubber cultivation is affecting the planet and what's being done about it. There could be increasingly more stringent laws which may prevent access to EU markets for products which use agricultural products produced on the deforested land. When we talk about deforestation, most people think about palm oil or soy, but rubber, not so much. The truth is, rubber, primarily sourced from the Hevea brasiliensis tree, is a major contributor to deforestation. And where is this happening? Southeast Asia. Countries like Indonesia, Thailand and Malaysia have been hit the hardest, with over 2 million hectares of forest being lost to rubber plantations since 2000. The growing demand for natural rubber, especially in the global tire industry, cars, motorcycles, even electric vehicles, all of them need tires. And with 70% of the world's natural rubber used just for tire manufacturing, the demand for this raw material is not likely to decline anytime soon. In fact, projections suggest that 2.7 to 5.3 million hectares of additional land will be needed by 2030 just to meet this demand. And here's where it gets even scarier. Recent studies show that the impact of rubber on deforestation may be 2 or 3 times higher than previously estimated. With this much forest disappearing, the environmental stakes are sky high. But here's the thing, natural rubber is still in demand. Even though most of the world's rubber is synthetic, around 30% of global production still comes from natural sources, and the environmental consequences are hard to ignore. Rubber producers, both big companies and small-scale farmers, are scrambling to ensure that their plantations comply with deforestation regulations. The problem is that many smallholders lack the resources to get sustainability certifications, which are now essential to stay competitive in markets like Europe and the US. In India, there's been a lot happening in recent months, especially with how the country's government and environmental agencies are responding to these international pressures. Another issue India faces is the conflict between indigenous rights and rubber plantation expansion. So, where does this leave us? The rubber industry is facing some serious challenges, especially with the EU's new deforestation laws. At the same time, there's hope. Initiatives like the Rubber Board of India's sustainability drive and the efforts of GPSNR show that change is possible by adopting sustainable practices, and the rubber industry can reduce its environmental impact while still meeting the world's growing demand for natural rubber. And now it's your turn to deep dive into the deforestation and rubber industry that gave you a better understanding of the challenges and solutions on the horizon. So, you have to follow and subscribe to our YouTube and Instagram channel, India Business Insights. Stay tuned and keep following. Take care.